Good morning, Joe.
Yeah, I said, you hear the music?
I do. Looks good. Sounds good.
16 more days for Tex-Mex Frank I saw on the X until Cowboys start their season here.
I might be retired from fantasy football, Joe. I used to be really into it, man, but the past couple of years kind of wears me down.
Don't have time because you want to spend time with Chica family. You want to be cuddle with Chica in the morning. That's all right. That's all right.
You see the photo that I posted on Twitter of her meal prepping for me?
Yeah.
Big old thing of potato and egg and cheese. Big
No
old
wiener
thing
and
of.
egg? Come on,
Oh,
Mike.
that's gross, Joe. We're
You're
grown
not
ass
poodle
adults,
unless you've had wiener and egg,
and
bro.
I must not be poodle, man, because I've had it before. But the idea of me having wiener and egg is gross.
You're not for the gente, bro.
Wiener and egg and anything involving bologna, gross.
Oh, Mike. You never had fried bologna, no
I've
mama.
had it. It's gross. I don't care if it's Oscar Mayer or if it's what's the Bar S? Is that the
You're gonna
cheap
be
one?
like the $1 million man now. I'm
Virgil?
rich and you're not. Everybody else is Virgil. Come on, Mike. Look at I got the first like Matt Lerman here.
Oh, people need to
Mario
hit the like
Cavazos.
button. Hit it hard.
No, but shut up, Gina. Go Project Marvel. Go.
Oh, I know. Wait till you see the video.
He's
Get
not poodle.
five.
He's pure O.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
We're rising together on a Tuesday. My name is Mike Jimenez. That's Joe Garcia. This is the Area 210 podcast, powered by PF Chang's Lock and Terror, powering the chat right now. You can take part in the show by leaving comments, and it helps drive our show. We are less than 10 subscribers short of 2,500, yet another milestone for Area 210 podcast. Joe, how you doing today, my man?
Doing good. And if they want to go ahead and interact with us and share any, video, photos, links to anything else that might be interesting or breaking news, text us to our media share. Number is 830-391-9164. I'm doing good today, man. We just had more and more talk. It seems like San Antonio city politics is really hot right now because of one Gina Ortiz Jones, or Gina
most
Jones,
definitely.
like she likes to call herself, or like we affectionately call her, La Tonta. Shut up, Gina.
Mrs. Jones. She's got something going on, and it's bad politics is what it's got going on. So lots involving Project Marvel over the past 24 hours. Yesterday, someone said that they had Project Marvel fatigue, but it's now getting juicy, Joe. This is getting so juicy. Okay, so what happened? What transpired? For those of you who don't know, Thursday's the big day at City Hall. There are dueling votes going on. One is to pump the brakes on Project Marvel. The other one is to move forward with Project Marvel. Okay. So Gina Ortiz Jones, the mayor of San Antonio, the new mayor of San Antonio, surprised the council members by saying that she wanted to have a vote on this to stop. Just stop it in its tracks right now. She's crying for an independent study about the economic impacts of a new arena, the economic impacts of Project Marvel, all that's going on downtown. If this was to go forward fully. Council, which was going to vote on moving forward with Project Marvel on the 28th, decided, no. If you're going to have that vote on Thursday, we're going to have that vote side by side with you. So dueling votes when it comes to it all. And it looks more and more like Gina Ortiz Jones is going to be on the outside looking in. But she's trying. She's pushing for her agenda to stop things in its tracks for right now. She says that she wants the Spurs in San Antonio, but wants to have everything looked at and this, that, and the other. So, Joe, on my Twitter account, I posted a photo of the press conference that she had yesterday.
Jeez.
She had a press conference at 4:00 yesterday.
Oh, man.
And it was this huge thing where all the media showed up. What is she going to say? What is she going to do? And it was the most depressing display and to me doesn't inspire any confidence in Mayor Jones at all. She
And what is
stands in
this?
front
Did
of
you
the City
post
Hall
it on your
steps
Twitter? On
on
your
my
X?
Twitter. On my Twitter, yeah, it's just a photo.
Gotcha.
It's just a photo. So
Got it.
you would think that maybe she'd have business leaders behind her. Maybe she'd have people from the Chamber of Commerce. Maybe she'd have people from the business community. Maybe she'd have somebody, I don't know, big there.
It looked like they cleared out the old folks' home, man.
They cleared out the old folks' home, and it looks like the movie Get Out. They're just all just there, just staring out into space. I don't know if you can go full screen on that, but it's just so weird because I'm looking at this going, how many of these people are actually Spurs fans? How many of these people have actually gone to a game at the Frost Bank Center in the last 10 years? I'm looking at it, just a bunch of viejitos and viejitas out there with two council members who don't look like they're sports fans at all. Just like, how is this going to inspire anything? This was an awful display, and I'm sure that some of the people in this picture are nice people, but they got used as a prop by Gina Ortiz-Jones, and it looked bad.
What do you call that? The extras. They're the extras in a movie, bro.
I know, and it's like, don't you have jobs?
They got paid.
It is Monday at 4:00. Don't you have jobs? You know
They
what?
got
They don't
paid
have.
with wiener and egg, dude. They got paid to be there with wiener and egg tacos.
They don't have jobs because the average age here is 75.
Man, they're all retired, dude.
Like, and she calls this press conference that says absolutely nothing, right? Why do you have a press conference to reveal no new news?
You
There
know
was
why?
nothing there.
This is the reason why. It's perception, right? So what she's doing is she's on an island by herself right now, standing by herself versus the city council. This is just a picture to show unity, because she wants to push her narrative.
Right.
So to make it appear that she's not all alone and that she does have support, there you go. You have these people that just showed up, the extras, like in a movie, and they're just there in the background. You have one of the city councilmen there that's there supporting Gina as well. So and when the preacher, they had the preacher man there as well.
Some of the comments coming in today, Sam Salinas on our chat powered by PF Chang's La Cantera, coming out with press conference at retirement center at 4, immediately followed by dinner, then bedtime.
Pudding. They're going to give him pudding.
Jason Minix. Jaycon says, Jason Minix tweet about the press conference says it all. Jason Minix of San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM. I had to retweet that because he tweeted, quote, something to the effect of, let's see here. He tweeted something about the fact that if you're going to say that you want transparency and that you'd be supportive of Project Marvel, maybe don't hang out with people who will never support it in the first place. Like yeah, he says, he goes, seems odd that she would be surrounded by groups of people against the project if all she wants is more time and an independent study. It's a nice way of saying that he's calling BS on her.
No.
Calling BS on her when it comes to it all. Again, we're going to have dueling votes on Thursday, but before all that, we had fireworks last night in District 10, which I believe represents the north side. Thank you to Ken's 5 and Kens5.com for putting it together as a compilation on Instagram. There was a town hall meeting for District 10 on the north side that Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones showed up at, and the fireworks lit up because apparently she spoke about things she wasn't supposed to be talking about. This is Councilman White, Mayor Jones going back and forth at each other, courtesy of Ken's 5.
Mayor, respectfully, you've had your opportunity, Mayor. What I want to do now is I want to recognize two of my council colleagues that are here tonight, Councilwoman Marina Aldrete Gavito and Councilwoman Terry Castillo.
I love the Spurs, I want the Spurs here, but I want independent information. We got to do our due diligence. One sec. What's the rush, man? What's the rush?
And we had an agreement literally 5 minutes ago that we would allow the mayor to come up and speak if we kept it to the budget and not on Project Marvel. And yet we just saw what took place. So what we're going to do, we are going to keep this to the budget tonight.
That is courtesy of Ken's 5 and Ken's5.com.
You know what,
Councilman
Mike?
White. Yes.
We got to go ahead and play the little jingle here for the boxing match, you know?
Sam reaches out to us on our chat, powered by PF Chang's Lock and Terra, saying, Mayor, respectfully, shut the F up.
Shut up, Gina.
Tomball John, who's down the road from me. I'm in Conroe right now. Tomball John, about 30 minutes from me, says Gina puts ketchup on her tamales.
She does. She's a tonta, dude. She is
JJ
pushing her agenda. I agree with Matt Lerma here because she's making everything about Project Marvel. Before, you know, she was getting in the headlines as she was running for the mayoral race for getting in trouble for cheating on some of the questions being asked in a debate. She was caught red-handed, try to downplay that. So she has a history of doing whatever it takes to push her narrative and to try to win by any means necessary. That is straight out of a DC politician's playbook. She's doing the same thing to people here in San Antonio to go ahead and push her own narrative. I understand she wants an independent study. Do your due diligence. That's what she keeps saying. You keep saying the same thing over and over and over, spoken like a true politician. You know, it doesn't matter what was already in place. I get that. The big issue at hand here is moving along with this Project Marvel in a fashion that's going to benefit everybody. I understand you want the independent study. You want people to vote on that. It's a big deal. I understand the whole logic behind it. It's the delivery. It doesn't have to be this way. This can be done in so much, let's say, a better fashion, you know, where you don't have to look like the villain. It seems like she's trying to push her narrative to make the Spurs look like the bad guys and she's the savior. That's not the narrative you want to push. It has to be unity, you know, with the city council, the mayor, and that way they can go ahead and give a clear message to the voters here of San Antonio. That way they have all the information they need, Mike, to make an informed decision on Project Marvel.
Agreed. And if you need more information about Project Marvel, check out today's episode of Locked On Spurs with Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. He's going to have a member of the Spurs organization talking about the term sheet so that you can better understand what's going on and make an informed decision on your own. Don Harris of News 4 San Antonio, who's done a fantastic job covering the entire issue, tweeted yet last night something I found to be interesting. He says, quote, "The basics of the term sheet have been known to city council members for weeks, if not months, even before Peter J. Holt's letter last month. Any characterization that council just found out about the term sheet today is disingenuous," end quote. Disingenuous from who? From the mayor, right? The mayors are saying they don't even know what they're agreeing to. They don't know. They just got the term sheet. And Don Harris of News 4 San Antonio is saying, nope, everyone knew weeks and months ago what was going on, that it's disingenuous to paint it as though they're voting on something that they had no idea what it was about.
Yeah. Look at Lejas in here. Christopher Leja from MCS General Contracting. He's saying most of y'all didn't show up to vote, being mad at her now. It's a little too late. You should have been paying attention to the election.
Being mad at her actually is beneficial towards the Spurs, because here's the thing. She is not God of city council, okay?
Yeah.
She does not have a President Trump type of executive order type of position. She does not have the veto power that Governor Abbott does. She is just simply 1 out of 11 votes downtown San Antonio at City Hall. So I have said this, Joe. Thursday rolls around. She gets shot down. What an embarrassment that's going to be. What an embarrassment it's going to be that she gets shot down yet again and that this moves forward without her.
Yeah.
And
look
it's
at
just,
this.
she at this point, she'll have no influence or power on City Hall. Like, basically, she's just mayor by name only at that point.
Yeah, one of our listeners sent this in via the media share. It says 25. It says, Gina, no mames otra vez.
No mames otra vez.
Joe, I'm waiting for. I like that, by the way. Joe, I'm waiting for your shirt to come out that says "Shut up, Gina."
Shut up, Gina.
Dude, I tweeted out just "Shut up, Gina." That's all I tweeted out there yesterday. And we had a lot of retweets of just simply me saying that. But I had to reach out to a good friend of ours, Joe, Carolina Teague, CT,
Yeah.
and I wanted to get a woman's perspective on this because here's the thing: I am more liberal than I am conservative. I have conservative parts about me, liberal parts of me. I lean a little bit left. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the far right's stupid. I think the far left is stupid, but I lean a little bit more left, right? I wanted to ask the question whether or not I was being unfair towards Gina Ortiz Jones. Am I just simply a Spurs fan wearing a Spurs jersey and getting in my feels because of that? Or is it because she truly is a bad politician? So I asked Carolina Teague what her impressions are, and it was a good back and forth, but I didn't have her on the record when it came to it all. My daughter is Filipina, right? My daughter is the same size and height as Gina Ortiz Jones. But I'm looking at her and I'm talking to my daughter about it over the weekend, and I'm like, do you see, like, optically, how does she come off? And optically, the mayor comes off so poorly. So poorly. Remember how she said, I told this to CT today. Gina Ortiz Jones says, we're the 7th largest city when you act like it. Well, my message to her, and I'm trying to do this in not a sexist way, but I thought of this yesterday.
Yeah.
We're the 7th largest city in the United States, and you're the mayor of the 7th largest city of the United States. Dress that way.
Oh, Mike.
Joe, she dressed like she took that off a solo serve. Just, what are you wearing? And then, Joe, I took a photo of this, and I was going to post this yesterday, but even I censored myself on this, Joe. How often do I censor myself, Joe? Very rarely. Okay. This is her Instagram live yesterday.
Yeah.
Couple of things. Why does this look like a hostage video? And another thing, why can't this chick invest in a ring light? I looked at that and I was there going, oh my God, she looks bad. Remember we learned in history that JFK won the election back in 1960 because Richard Nixon was sweating through his suit and he looked all like disheveled compared to the suave and debonair version of JFK. Gina Ortiz Jones just looks like she's so ill-prepared and unprepared for what she's doing. Even if she has the right intentions, the right motives, she's the wrong person to deliver those concerns and motives. She's bad at communication. She's horrible in press conferences. She dresses like trash.
Jeez, bro. What is her having to her attire have to do with anything?
Oh, it has everything.
Mike?
Dude, you look the part. You look the part.
God.
Joe, if I go on a business meeting, Joe, I'm going to dress like I dress to the people that are there, right? I dress to the people there. So if I'm going to go talk to a doctor, I dress in a suit because that's what they want, right? If I go to a farmer, I'm going to wear boots and jeans. If I'm going to talk to a blue collar worker, I'm going to wear a polo shirt and khakis, right?
But they don't care what she dresses like when she's out there speaking.
You don't
it's
think
the
that
delivery, it's the message, man.
No, but that's part of the delivery and message.
Oh my God.
Is where it's coming from. She looks like trash. She dresses like trash. She has a monotone like trash.
Mike,
I told my family. I told my family earlier this weekend. She's got a bad case of RBF. It is just like,
just
oh my God.
Say it with your chest out. You just don't like her, man. That's cool.
She's not qualified to be mayor. And Chris Leah brought up the point that only 9% of people voted, which is true. But here's the thing, Joe. She's galvanizing support of who? Spurs fans. Galvanizing the support. I would say that probably 75 to 80% personal opinion of Spurs fans want Project Marvel, right? And she only has X number of people who like her and support what she's saying. The vast majority, that means 91% of people in San Antonio did not vote for her, right?
So if she dressed better, she would get more votes her way. Is
She
that what
would.
you're saying?
She would. She
Oh,
would.
Mike.
Hey, you dress for success.
What's she dressing for then, Mike?
She's dressing like she's going, I don't know, to La Pulga at the end. She's going to Trader's Village, man. She's going to the flea market. I don't know, man. She's awful. Her makeup's awful. She's not a very good representation of San Antonio. She's not from San Antonio. You know, I am 48 years old. I've spent 44 of my years in San Antonio. The years I've been out were the 2 years I went to school at Texas State, which is San Marcos. I lived 2 years in Corpus Christi when I was working over there, and I've been here for 5 months, right? And I'm coming back. So that being said,
tell him, Mike, you're the pulse of San Antonio.
I'm more of a pulse than Gina Ortiz-Jones. That should be a poll, Joe. Who's a better pulse of San Antonio, Michael Jimenez or Gina Ortiz-Jones? Joe, it's almost as though I'm getting my legs back. Like people are back on my side a little bit on Twitter, where they're like, "I hate him, but the dude wants Marvel," you know. And I'm still registered to vote in Bexar County, by the way. So I'll move my voter registration after that. And I don't even think I should move it after that, because Chica and I were looking at houses yesterday in the Bexar County area yesterday. So that might be something in effect at the end of the year. So we'll keep you posted.
He's coming back to Stone Oak. He's going to be Coco territory, man.
Actually, I was looking at houses in Divine. Can you imagine me 30 miles south of town? I don't even know what county Divine, Texas is in.
Hey, don't forget to go buy your raffle ticket for the 76 acres. That's up for grabs there. 45 minutes away from Fredericksburg. Sounds like, you know, it's a nice piece of land there. You either get one or two options. You have until December. There's like a deadline in December where you can decide to get the land outright, all 76 acres. Or you can get $300,000 cash money. I'd rather take the acreage. I'd take the acreage because you never know how much land is going to be worth in the future.
I would too. You know, I was looking at properties all over the state, right? When I say the state, I'm talking about the San Antonio area, surrounding San Antonio, right? Chica and I have a price range that we want to be in, right? Because we have a down payment that we're going to put down. I'm selling my house in Bexar County. She's selling her house over here. We'll have a down payment to put down. And it's funny because there are properties all up and down China Grove, Divine, Floresville, all that stuff, where you could get 5-6 acres of land for a couple $100,000, man. You know, 20, 30,000 an acre, which isn't bad at all. We saw this one piece of property that was going for, it was a small house. It was like, I don't know, it was like 575,000. The house was maybe 2,000 square feet. It was an okay house. It was on 14 acres. I was like, 14 acres? That's a lot of land. So the question that we're going at each other is do we want to have a nice house in a half acre to an acre of land? Or do you want to have just an okay house on 5, 10, 12 acres? So that's the debate that we're having over here. But property values in the San Antonio area are still super cheap compared to what they are in Houston and Dallas. You can't find property like that in the Houston or Dallas area. And I'm not saying that's cheap. I'm just saying, you know, she's selling a house, I'm selling a house. We have equity. Let's do something with it.
Mike,
but I'd be the pulse of Bexar County. Maybe I'm not the pulse of San Antonio. Can I at least be the pulse of Bexar County?
How long do you think it's going to take you before you get your first DUI as mayor of San Antonio?
Nice.
Coming from Pete's place.
Yeah.
Boom. Pull you over. You roll down the window. The cop's going to look at you and say, the eyes don't lie.
The eyes don't lie. Chica was a little faded the other day, but she didn't get faded until we got home. So got back to our room.
Ah, so you got the Apache battle cry.
Hey. No comment.
Hey, she's the one that said that, you know. You were just telling her because we're talking about gritos. She's the one that brought it up, you know. The pulse of San Antonio, because he got priced out in Houston and Dallas.
Dude, it's strange. You go up and down Houston. There's areas here like Magnolia, the Woodlands, all these areas out here, Willis and all that. It's beautiful, man. It rains like crazy. Today it was raining so hard over here in Conroe, and the thunder lightning was so rough that the house was actually vibrating, Joe. And it wasn't like vibrating for like a second. It was vibrating like continuously for about 2 or 3 minutes this morning. I was there under the covers like this, just waiting for it to happen. Pass.
You were cuddled up. All right. All right.
I was like,
can dig it.
Chica, don't leave for work, girl. Wait till the rain to go away.
You have the dog now. The dog cuddle you, Mike.
Dude, the dog's good, man. And I've stopped looking to see if anyone's looking for that dog because I don't want someone to I don't want to see a flyer saying that that's their dog missing. I looked for 2 weeks and then I'm done. But my dog over here, I have a 2-year-old lab that was found behind a Home Depot, and I got her, went and rescued her. She was about to be put down. I got her, and dude, the dog fetches. I could throw a tennis ball, she'll run out and catch it in her mouth without like the ball bouncing or anything.
No.
She's potty trained. She uses the doggy door. 2 years old, dude. It's like having a perfect dog. Likes to get in the truck, likes to go on rides, does not chew on anything, does not make any accidents. Man, I lucked out on that dog. So I got Chica, I got the dog. Life's going pretty good, man.
Yeah, let's talk about a little excerpt here that I
Yeah.
just pulled out from the X. And this was heard during that I guess was it that media
The press conference at 4
the
o'clock.
press
yesterday.
conference that she had yesterday. And she's saying, again, she wants to do these things because she's saying that Spurs fans that want to share their opinion, because I have not heard much of that, and she was saying that they have a bad taste in their mouth because of what happened, with the Spurs and them building the Frost Center on the east side and whatnot. So we're going to hear a little bit about this again with the extras in the back and the preacher man next to her. I don't know what that's all about, but whatever.
Are so disenfranchised. How it's gone up, how these negotiations have gone up until this point has left such a bad taste in their mouth. Spurs fans are saying, on principle, I love the Spurs, but on principle, I will vote against this in November if something doesn't change. So I think we owe the people and this independent economic impact study and the community engagement, I think that actually will help us bring people along and have the confidence that they need to vote in November. I think this actually helps us. It doesn't delay anything. I think once people have the benefit of this information, people will, I think, gladly vote in November, but not if they feel like something has been rushed, not if they feel like something has been pushed down their throats, especially as, again, they can drive throughout many parts of our community, in particular the east side, where too many broken promises have shown us why.
The only thing that this tonta is doing is pushing her narrative down the throats of the voters.
Mm-hmm.
She's not coming from a place of, let's go ahead and share all the information that we have. I'm going to go ahead and get this study done. We're going to go ahead and move forward with things that are already set in principle. Go ahead and release the findings of that said study or what have you, and then give it to the voters, or as they get closer and closer to the vote that's coming up here in November.
And
She's
all the
just
votes,
pushing her narrative.
right? And she's being flanked by 20 people who probably don't pay taxes. Right? I mean, that's basically what who she was hanging out with, right? There was not one business leader there. There was not one prominent community leader there. A bunch of elderly people that they got from Lubies who probably don't pay property taxes, and if they do, it's discounted or whatever the case may be.
$10. Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. There will always be a poor side of town. Okay, we have the come up of Southside, man. I was telling that to Chica the other day. Southside, from Southtown all the way down to Military and Brook City base. There's a come up there, man. I mean, it's looking nice,
Did you hear
Southside.
what she said though? She's changing it. She keeps changing this. She's not saying she's really savvy about the way she delivers this. She's like, this isn't her narrative. She's like, oh, this is, well, if you leave it up to Spurs fans and once they have all the information, they don't have all the information presented to them, they're going to vote no. No, that's what you're hoping will happen.
Right.
So you go out there every chance you have to speak with the media to go ahead and push your narrative to now you're not saying so much as, oh, we owe the people this. Now you're trying to lump Spurs fans as well into this thing. And Spurs fans right now, I think, are divided as to what stance they want to go ahead and like be on. You know, there some are just waiting for more information to come out, and others are, you know, saying, yeah, we need to move forward with Project Marvel and get the Spurs their new arena downtown and get this nice sports and entertainment district thing built. You know, people are entitled to their own opinions. But the thing is, this is going to be one of the biggest projects that's hit this city in some time. It's as big as the World's Fair was, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be impactful for many years, well beyond us. It's going to impact our children, our grandchildren, and future generations here. This is going to be something that's going to be here long after we're gone. So this is very impactful to the community and to the city as a whole. I mean, if San Antonio wants to act like it's the 7th largest city in the nation, you need to have this built. But you also need to be smart about it. And I get that. You need all the information that you can gather in order to make an informed decision. I'm not saying to rush into things, but you can't just go out there and want to impede progress for the sake of pushing your own narrative. That's not making sense. That's why we're calling her DC Gina.
And Mayor Jones looks disingenuous because she's over there flanked by people around her who will never vote for it. Right? You can't say that you just want to have information and you want to have due diligence being performed if you're standing next to people who will never, ever in a million years ever vote for Project Marvel. Because if that's who you associate yourself with, that's who you are. She doesn't want Project Marvel, and there's nothing that anyone can do to convince the people around her to want it, and there's nothing that anybody can do or any study that can be done to prove to Gina Ortiz-Jones that she would want it. Because she doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't want Project Marvel. And I don't care what she says or how she says it. July 26 asked the question. July 93 26 asked the question on our chat powered by P.F. Chang, Slack, and Tara. What does Chica think of Gina, Mike? Well, Chica was here yesterday at 4 o'clock when I was watching the press conference live on KSAT 12. And she goes, ooh, that delivery. Like, even Chica sees the mayor and goes, it's just like nails on a chalkboard, watching her talk, listening to her talk. And, you know, there will always be the people who are against Project Marvel for the most part, not everybody, right? There's some people who legitimately have concerns about safety, whether it be flood control or roads or whatever the case may be. But let's be honest with you, man. The majority of those who are against Project Marvel are pissed off because either A, they're never going to use it, or B, they live on a side of town that wishes they still had it.
Yeah.
The west side and the east side. You have the west side who's like, well, we're never going to use this, so why are we going to vote for it? And then they have the east side with sour grapes by saying, well, this could have been done at the Frost Bank Center. Why wasn't it ever done there? We had promises about this and they had promises, but you know what? Business did not want to go there. And people did not want to go there. Yes, Chica, that question. You know, my girlfriend's not from San Antonio. She lived in Austin for many years. She went to high school in Austin. But when we went to the Frost Bank Center, she looked at me and said, Michael, why would anybody want to come over here?
But is she lying, though?
And I said, babe, what if there was an entertainment district right here, right next to it? What if they imploded the Freeman Coliseum, put up an entertainment district there, a Texas Live type of thing, and blah, 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 blah. She goes, yeah, but we're still there. Why would anybody want to go there? And that's the thing, is that you might say that it's possible to build business over there, but it's not the Spurs' job to go bring business over there. It is capitalism that decides whether or not places are going to go certain places, and business doesn't want to go there. There's a reason why there's no bookstores on the South Side. If Barnes & Noble could make money off of it, they would have one there. And I know recently they've opened up something over in that side of town, but for many years they didn't have one. And it's not a political thing. It's because it's a profitable thing. Can they make money or not? And no one wants to go there because there's not only is there no restaurants over there, Joe, there were no hotels over there. So where the hell were you going to stay?
Look at Sam Salinas is kind of agreeing with you. Look what he says, Mike.
He says, right, the same people who didn't bitch about the likes of the Pearl, do they use it? Do they live there? In all likelihood, no. Why? Because they're poor. And one thing that we can't do, Joe, is have the poors run the city.
Jesus.
The dog wags the tail does not wag the dog.
Oh man, Michael Carlos, our friend here of the show, he did an interview with Gina Jones. But here's the thing with the mayor, right? You got to think about this at some point. She spends so much time talking with people of the media, right? Doing shows, coming out on shows, TV shows here in San Antonio, giving interviews, talking. What time does she donate to actually do her mayoral duties? That's what she was hired for. She's behind Project Marvel. She's fighting with the city council. Like, is she doing her job? That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're on this tour. Like, if you were campaigning on the campaign trail, man. Like, no. What are you doing?
There's nothing that she can do to change the narrative about her. We all know who she is. Because, A, she's a graduate of John Jay High School. She's exit 7, right? But she's not really exit 7. Because she was born outside of San Antonio, partially raised in San Antonio, graduated in 1999 from John Jay High School. Then what?
Yeah.
Went to college. Then what? Went into the military. Did she go to college in San Antonio? No. Did she go to military in San Antonio? No. She spent her entire adult life outside of San Antonio, except for like maybe the last couple of years. So she really is a stranger to San Antonio. And if you live someplace, if she's 44 years old, I think is what she is right now, 44, 45 years old, and she's lived here 10 years out of her life, if that, and it's only her formative years, her high school years, man, that was a bad selection for it all. And then also, she didn't want to be mayor. She wanted to be a congressperson. And I'll be honest with you, she might actually be better suited to be a representative in the U.S. Congress than she is mayor of San Antonio. They shot her down the second that she started having meetings because they're like, wait a minute, that's not how we do things here. You don't even know how the city charter works. You don't know how the city rules work.
Yeah.
So how can you lead if you don't know what you're leading?
Yeah, look at this, Matt Gomez, basically saying he wants to chime in from a COSA employee standpoint. And I gave him the link right now, Matt. If you do want to chime in, we'll welcome that. If you go to your X and check your DMs there, I just sent you a link in case you want to go ahead and jump on for a few minutes because I know you're busy at work.
Mario Cavazos coming out and said, Mike said Southsiders don't know how to read. I didn't say that. I said Southside's on the come up. I said Southside's on the come up. You know what the Southside is, dude? It's like pro wrestling, man. Right when you think that they're down, they get up and like the Ultimate Warrior, they're going up to the ropes and they just start doing this and they're coming alive, and they start throwing haymakers. That is Southtown all the way to Brook City base. The Southside's on the come up. I recognize it. I see it. I go around Brook City base. I go around that area. I go visit clients, and I'm like, hey, some nice places. Dude, even going further south in that west, southeast side, Lavernia. Dude, was it Lavernia the other day? It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I'm telling you, man, and maybe part of it is Texas A&M, San Antonio. The South Side is really on the come up, and I'm proud of you guys, dude. You guys got good food. You got some businesses that are popping up over there, some nice housing, some inexpensive housing over there. It's really nice. Good home builders going out there. Hey, man, I got nothing but love for the South Side, man. They're on the come up, and it's fun to watch, dude. It's good to watch. West Side, East Side, though, man, you took a photo from 1993 and 2025, it's the same thing, dude. The same stores. It's the same restaurants. It's the same rundown house. West Side and East Side, got to step your game up, baby.
You know what?
South Side on the come up.
Friend of ours here that went to high school with Angel Gutierrez. You know Angel.
Yeah.
Me and him went to high school together, and sometimes we talk about it. Once in a while, not all the time. once in a long while, we kind of talk about the old neighborhood, and it's kind of like stuck in time.
Yeah.
You go back there and you still see the old gas station we used to go to as kids, some of the same, I guess, businesses that have stood there are still there years later, and this was going back to when we were children. The neighborhood, for all intents and purposes, has changed a bit, but for the most part, it's still the same. It's kind of stuck in time, and it's out there, by Five Palms, Ray Ellison, that area that we grew up in and went to high school and middle school and elementary school, and all that, that's part of your childhood, the area that you grew up in. But there are certain parts of town that are economically challenged, I think is what you're trying to say. And it's because it has a lot to do with education. The more that you know and the more educated you are, the better jobs that you can get, and when you're looking at these communities here in town that are kind of impoverished for some reason or another, it always has to do with the education, and how far you're willing to go. Because as soon as you get educated, the world opens up for you, and you're going to go. You're not going to stay in that same community anymore. Just like me, I kind of left and moved out of the area and moved on. So with more knowledge comes a bigger responsibility, but it has a better economic impact for you moving forward and for your family.
Now the
So we are
education.
joined by Mike Gomez. Yeah.
Okay, well, the education might not be there as far as the opportunities and the funding for schools, but I will say this about the West Side and East Side: some of the hardest workers you'll ever find come from the West Side and the East Side,
Yeah.
and they do a lot of the jobs that work with their hands, with the sweat, the grime, whether it be anything from HVAC to I mean, we see people who do, our good friend Chris Leah. No one works harder than him. He works harder than I do. I know that for a fact. And it's a lot of hard work down there. It's bruising on your body and all that stuff. So I'm not saying that they don't work hard, right? But there's an element there that is undesirable. Okay, there's an element of undesirable, whether it be crime related, and we could all go into the socioeconomic reasons behind it, from from bad laws to whatever the case may be. But it's still there, Joe. It's
Yeah.
still there. But the fact of the matter is that San Antonio is so segregated. I told Chica this the other day. San Antonio is not a city of 1.5, 2 million people. San Antonio is 6 cities of 200,000 people. You have Alamo Ranch, you have Stone Oak, you've got Alamo Heights and whatever. You've got the east side, the south side, and you've got the west side. Right? Those are the main food groups of people, and you usually stay within it. Because she was saying, why is it that everybody knows each other? It's because everyone stays on their side of town. The good thing about having Project Marvel downtown is that it's accessible for all parts of town if you want to be part of it.
Yeah.
And it also puts the city on a path for a bigger and better future. And as Joe, you've eloquently stated on this show today and in the past, it is the World's Fair 2.0.
It is.
It is the next phase of the World's Fair. First one happened in 1968. The second one could happen in 2028. But we have Matt Gomez, you said, on the air. What's going on with that,
El
Joe?
Puro Necio here. What's up,
going
Necio?
on?
Wait,
What's
it's
up,
Matt.
man?
Matt, before we get going, are you puro or are you puro?
I'm puro,
He's
bro.
puro.
I'm puro.
I don't know why I rolled my
I
R there. I
bleed.
overemphasized that. I'm so sorry.
Hey, I
Puro.
bleed 2-0. I've lived it, sweat for it, worked for it. This is how it is, my guy. But like it's like how I see everybody's point. The thing that a lot of people are understanding about Project Marvel is, to me, how I see it, cities trying to cover up tracks from past, and they're trying to really probably hold off on this, because if that land bridge is going to be done, who's going to do it? It's not TxDOT.
Right.
TxDOT's not going to do it. It's going to be Public Works. Public Works would be part of that because it's part of the infrastructure. But right now, what city's doing, and I don't know how much any of the citizens know, they're doing a big audit on Public Works due to all that ARPA money, all the fiscal years past that they were shoving money over there and nothing's being done, right? So you have District 2 fighting for their sidewalks, their lights, their road work, but no one's doing it. And for as long as the District 2 that we have there, he's going to be fighting and begging and blaming the West Side. Why does the West Side have what I want or what we were promised? He's going to be like that, and he's going to be the crutch for the mayor on all of this. And she's feeding off of him more to get more of this stuff rolling off to feed her agenda right now. And that's what we've been noticing more and more and more because my department, I'm downtown. My department is in the middle of downtown. We see everything going on. I work for the finance part of my department, and we get to hear it all. And we'll ask our DFA every now and then, hey, what's the new news? And we hear it every day. And it's just, she's stopping something that can't and shouldn't be stopped in a way.
I like the way that you put that because, we're having people debating right now on our chat, which is powered by P.F. Chang's Lock and Terra, the merits behind whether or not the land bridge is a good thing or a bad thing. I understand the reasons for it. It is a massive undertaking to do that because essentially you'd be shutting down 37 for years to make it happen. The whole point of all that is to have a community place where people can go. In New York City, you have Central Park. In Austin, you have Zilker Park. You have a place downtown that is natural, that is green, that you can have events on, that you can exercise on, that you can go as a safe spot in the city, and it's within 20 minutes of all parts of this of anybody in San Antonio can get there in 20-25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how that conceptually in there because people get excited about like the new arena. People get excited about the renovations to the Alamo Dome, and people get excited about the concert venues, which would be at the Wood Federal Building. They'd take that down, which is basically an empty building anyway. I get excited about the land bridge because what I think that does is that it fosters community, and it fosters like this is where the locals go. That's the land bridge isn't going to be where the tourists necessarily go, though they will go because the hotels are there. But I picture that being our Zilker Park.
They already have a land bridge here, but people, I guess, forget about it. It's over at Phil Harburger Park. I've been there several times, and it's a really nice park. If you go and you take a walk and you're walking around the area and you get to the land bridge area, it's really nice. It's beautiful out there, man. And they have like an area where you can kind of go off, and they have this other bridge, and you go up there and you get a good view of everything. So projects like that can happen in San Antonio. It just takes a lot of bringing different factions together in order to pull that off. There's a lot of moving parts that need to fall into place. It's a massive undertaking, yes, but if you look at Phil Hardburger Park and what they were able to do there, that same model or that same concept can be copy and pasted over here with doing that land bridge over in downtown San Antonio. I think it will be an instrumental piece. It allows easier access to get over the highway and whatnot, and it just looks nice. At the end of the day, it's all about aesthetics, making it look nice, making it look like it belonged there all the time, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's going to be a nice touch.
I mean, it's almost like it reminds me of like what La Villita used to be.
Yeah.
La Villita was this party area where you could go out and have festivals and concerts and things like that. But who wants to hang out at La Villita anymore, dude? I mean, it's just not there, man. It's going to be a massive, massive undertaking. If Matt can rejoin us whenever he wants,
he can.
Just click on it. He can do that. I know there's a lot of fatigue towards the topic, but really Thursday the fireworks are going to start all over again, and we're going to have a lot of people trying to figure out what's what when it comes to it all. Gina Ortiz-Jones has the District 2 and District 6 council member in her back pocket. She needs to flip the votes of 2 other council members to prevent Project Marvel from moving forward.
She's got to turn them.
If she doesn't flip those 2, and you know what? She can't flip those 2. You know why? They don't like her. They don't like her. Let me just simply put, they don't like her. She's not from San Antonio. She doesn't dress the part. She doesn't look the part. She sounds awful when she's out there speaking on the trail at City Hall. She's
Not one of
holier than
us,
thou.
Mike.
She's holier than thou, not one of us. And because of that, Thursday she goes down in flames. We could say what, August 21st, 2025? Her reign as mayor ended. It ended. Because if she is publicly turned away for a second time because of that, how can anybody take her seriously at all? They can't. She can't be taken seriously at all.
Sorry,
you
man.
guys. Connection out here is so bad. I don't know why my connection is always bad.
Oh, we
here.
got you good, baby. We got you good. Tim
made it
Gonzalez said
work.
Mike is a San Antonio hater. I'm not a San Antonio hater. I'm a San Antonio lover, which is why I support Project Marvel. I want my hometown to enter into the 21st century.
Mike loves San Antonio so much he moved to Conroe, which is about 45 minutes out of Houston.
But if you think about it,
Love will make you do a lot of things.
But to fight some of your points, Mike, that I've
Oh, we lost him again.
Yeah, maybe he can come on cell phone as opposed to it all.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. See if we can get him on again.
We'll get him on,
Let
but-
Matt be your Nesio drummer.
But you know what? We try to bring him back on. Let's give some love to our sponsor, PF Chang's La Cantera. Tomorrow's Wednesday, but they do have happy hour today from 3 to 6. Let's give some love to PF Chang's.
PF Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of PF Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. PF Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast. All right.
Don't forget to go visit PF Chang's La Cantera on Wednesdays for Wednesday. Half off bottles of champagne, half off bottles of wine. Get the pot stickers. Fantastic. They do an amazing job over there. I love the lettuce wraps and all that stuff. Very nice. Chica just texted me. She's hungry. She's hungry. So very
That's,
nice.
one of the rules or guides to a happy life, happy wife, happy life, whatever, is you got to feed her, man. You got to, that's the thing. Women get hangry, bro. Like they get angry if you're, if you don't feed them.
Do you know what I thought was kind of cute? She got all these like things in the mail, all these packages in the mail. And it's clothes, that's what women do. They go and they get these brands on Amazon or whatnot, and then they try on clothes and they send it back or whatever the case may be. She bought a handful of sweater dresses that she got all excited. It's 105 degrees outside, and she's inside the house trying on sweater dresses with boots. And she's like parading around, showing me what she's wearing. And I'm there going, well, she looks hot in it. I loved it, dude. The sweater dresses do it for me. But she goes, I can't wait for fall. And I'm there thinking to myself, man, she's preparing her outfits and getting them organized 3 months in advance. She's a girly girl, and I dig that, man. I dig that. She always says that. She'll tell us to you. She goes, F those bad bitches. I want to be feminine, is what she says. So very cool. Very cool. Let's talk about the Spurs, man. This is now Mitch Johnson's team.
It is Mitch Johnson's team. And as such, there are some changes coming here to San Antonio, to the Spurs coaching staff here. They made some announcements, and I think for the most part, they're very welcome announcements as far as what the team has been bringing in. One of those announcements is a new assistant coach has been added to Mitch Johnson's coaching staff here. And it's not surprising. It's going to be former G League Coach of the Year, Scott King. He is now going to go ahead and become an assistant coach after, his stint with the Austin Spurs. And he's coming over here and he's going to be joining Mitch Johnson's coaching staff. And that's being reported by Michael Scotto. So great news. It looks like Mitch Johnson is picking his team. He's putting his team together. And there was some other news that came through here as well. If you're a Spurs fan, you like the direction that the team is going when it comes to player development. Case in point, they're getting a former NBA player,
NBA
Rashard
star.
Lewis, as a player development coach. And this was I shared this through Legion Hoops, but they heard it through Tamir Azarli or something, I guess. I don't know how to say his name. But nonetheless, Rashard Lewis going to be joining the staff here as far as a player development coach. So
yeah, Corliss
Spurs making the right moves.
Corliss Williamson, Big Nasty, also an assistant coach on the team. Sean Sweeney, who was formerly an assistant head coach with the Mavericks, I believe, under Jason Kidd, is coming onto the bench as well. We're not seeing the names of Brett Brown. We're not seeing any of Pop's guys on here, aside from the fact that we have the former G League coach being brought up to the varsity squad. This is Mitch's team, Joe. This is exciting. We've been asking for this for the longest time. It is Mitch's team. We heard from Steve Kerr yesterday say, man, as you get older, you don't identify with these players as well. You don't communicate with them as well as you can. Now you have a roster of coaches there, all basically in their 30s or early 40s. Corliss Williams in the early 50s. But still, it's nice to see, dude. It's nice to see these young names out there. Rashard Lewis. Joe sounds like he's having a stroke trying to pronounce that name.
Azarli, or I'm like, I don't know how to say his name, dude. Like,
Joe, there's a reason why Vegas and the odds makers have Mitch Johnson in the top 5 for the purposes of Coach of the Year rankings. I can see it happen, Joe. Man, when the Spurs tear it up? Joe, if the Spurs start winning out of the gate, Spurs fans are going to do whatever they want. They're going to vote for whatever they want. Just feel the winning team. We'll be happy.
Winning makes everything beautiful, right? It cures all. Same thing that happens with Cowboy fan, right? If the Cowboys come out the gate, they win like 3 or 4 games in a row. Mira, we're back. Vamos para la Super Bowl. But then the Cowboys always say one thing, Mike. Hold my beer. We're going to find a way to self-destruct, And they were talking about the Cowboys, and they were saying, even Troy Aikman was saying that everybody's expecting them to win about 7.5 games, maybe 8 games. And on record, there's an excerpt here of him talking, and he was saying that he believes the Cowboys are going to be better than advertised. He's thinking that the team's going to be a lot better than a 7.5 or 8 games that they're going to win this season. You want to hear what he had to say?
Okay, let's hear it, dude. They're going to suck, but let's hear it.
Let's go ahead and hear it. I'm going to bring that up now. And this is courtesy of Brandon Laurie.
But then the other side is, if you're Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, how do you try to win or be great without Micah Parsons?
Well, you can't be. That's his leverage. His leverage is they can't win without him. And, I know injuries occur and all of that, and you go out and you play. But the defense, I do think this. I do think the Cowboys are going to be better than what a lot of people project. I saw something where the pundits think that the over-under is 7.5 wins on the Cowboys. I think they're going to be much better than that. I think they got a chance. I like what Brian Schottenheimer has shown in training camp and going into the year, and they've got some things that I like about the team in general. But without Micah Parsons, I just don't think they're going to be able to slow anybody down. He's a total game wrecker, and he's proven that, and he's certainly worth every penny that he's ultimately going to get paid. The longer it goes, the more money he's going to make. So I wouldn't stress too much if I was him, but that essentially is the only leverage. Now, what are the Cowboys going to do? You think I know the answer to that?
So there you go.
Well, come on, man. Troy knows what side the bread is buttered for him, dude. He can't go out there and say that they're going to lose, 2 out of 3 games. They're going to be a 5 or 6 win team. He needs to sell hope, right? And I don't mean to quote Shawshank Redemption, but hope is a good thing, maybe in the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. They got to sell hope, and that's what Jerry's trying to do. Troy Aikman's trying to do that as well. Jerry Jones, by the way, on that new Netflix special, which I haven't seen so far, but I saw excerpts of it.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about how he didn't have the balls to make a move like the Rams did when the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford. They got rid of Jared Goff and multiple draft picks in order to get Matthew Stafford, and they got a ring. Now the Rams, started missing the playoffs thereafter, but they got their chip, right? And Jerry Jones reportedly said that he didn't have the balls to make a decision like that. Says a lot. They also asked some questions about why hasn't he hired another GM? And he says
Yeah.
he likes the pain.
He likes the team we have.
Hmm.
Look at this. And this is a thing that you can see if you're a Cowboys fan. You know, America's team, it says the gambler and his Cowboys is now playing. So if you got Netflix, you can go ahead and watch this documentary and relive the glory years.
Notice how, yeah, it's just showing Sanders and Smith and Aikman and Irvin. But
Yeah.
that was a long time ago, Joe. Those players right there are all in their 50s and 60s.
Check this out. I retweeted this specifically, but it's from our good friend John Dyer. So much for the Joe Cowboys fans need a VCR to watch their Super Bowls. They're on Netflix now, suckers.
John Dyer, Exit 7 himself. Don't forget to follow Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. He has today Spurs SSNE's Andrew Solano. So of the Spurs, one of the executives of the Spurs, Andrew Solano, on the Locked On Spurs episode today, discussing the latest on Project Marvel, the proposed new Spurs arena. Again, Andrew Solano of the Spurs with Jeff Garcia from Locked On Spurs and Ken's 5. Also, Michael Carlos of the San Antonio Current just released an exclusive interview he had with Gina Ortiz-Jones, taken yesterday. And he's asking Don Harris of Deuce 4 San Antonio to respond to what Gina Ortiz-Jones has to say about her opposition towards Project Marvel. Again, Michael Carlos, Karlis. He's Puro, but we love him.
Puro. And there's his sit down there with Mayor Jones as he's talking about Project Marvel.
And she sits
and he
there
did ask some tough questions too. So, kudos to him.
I don't know, man. She's what is he wearing? Look at that.
Puro.
I love it, dude. Puro went casual. He had casual Monday. I like it. Hawaiian shirt and everything. It was like the outfit I wore to my daughter's recital the other day.
Yeah, let's go. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. I just want to see his outfit.
If she begins,
there it is.
If she begins with "I want the Spurs here."
Yeah,
Midtown Texas asking a question. What is the Spurs record going to be come November 21st, the week before Thanksgiving? Well, let's take it out. Let's take a look at that, man. Spurs schedule, right?
Yeah, we got the incoming super chat there. And he's saying, Midtown Texas, thank you. Appreciate the support, man. He's saying, what Spurs win-loss record? He goes, come November 21st. What's going to be their record?
Okay, so they open up the season with back-to-back road games. They've got the Mavericks and they've got the Pelicans. They go 1-1 on that. They have home games 3 in a row: Brooklyn, Toronto, Miami. I think they'll be 3-2. They've got road games against Phoenix and the Lakers. They'll win one of those. They'll be 4-3. Home games against the Rockets and Pelicans. Road game against the Bulls. Dude, I see the Spurs being 6-4 after 10 games. They got home games against the Warriors and back-to-back home games. They got a home game against the Kings, home game against the Grizzlies, home game against the Hawks. Joe, I mean, Joe, they might be like 9-6 going into Thanksgiving.
No mames, Mike. I don't know, bro. I don't know, when you start the season, especially with this team, you have to take in consideration one thing. They all haven't really played together yet, right? For an extended period of time. So there's going to be some growing pains early on in the season, right? And that might not translate well to team chemistry yet. Now, that'll come in time, the more games that they play together. But right out the gate, I think there's going to be some growing pains. And they might lose some games they should win, and against some other teams that they should outright just blow them out the water. They can get blown out the water themselves. So I think there's going to be some growing pains. I don't know if they're going to be a 9-win team. I'm thinking more like maybe along the lines of maybe 5 or 6.
The Spurs are a deep team, man. They're a deep team. They've got a young coaching staff. They've got out the gate, because not only are they a deeper team, but they have some people coming in who are veterans. Kelly Olynyk's a veteran. Luke Cornett's a veteran. So they didn't just get deeper. They got more athletic also with Dylan Harper.
But your generational player, has he worked out at all?
Well, we shall see.
You seen any videos of Wemby working out?
That doesn't mean that he's not. That doesn't mean he's not doing it. That doesn't mean he's not doing it.
Wemby's working out in the gym.
So
he's working on his shot.
He's
His
gotten
post
bigger.
game?
You know what he's doing? He's lifting weights because he does look bigger, Joe.
No, he's not, bro. He's probably on vacation somewhere. He's not anywhere near San Antonio. Signing autographs in Costa Rica or something. Playing soccer with the Costa Rican kids, you know? Everything but working out. Anything but working out.
I'm just saying,
But he's generational, Mike.
dude. We don't know if he's working out or not. We see the social media stuff
No,
from Keldon Johnson, Sohan, from Stefan Castle, all of them showing what they're doing in the gym. We never saw anything from Duncan, social media wise. Did we ever see video of Duncan working out at the gym? Never.
They showed
That-
video of
that-
him in the
that-
working
no,
out
they
there at this
never.
facility.
They,
When
at
they
the
were talking with the
facility,
media and they were
at
behind them, you
facility
could see
that's training,
Duncan.
at the facility that's
Could see
training.
them.
But no, but on his own, when he was out in the Virgin Islands or when he was out and about, no, he didn't, dude. I'm not really worried about it. I think Wemby's gonna be fine. Castle's looking good, dude. Harper's looking good. Carter Bryant, if he's working on his shot a little bit, I'm
Look
excited
at
about
this.
Joe.
Joy-Con Drift King is saying, Joe, have you worked on how to say De'Aaron Fox? Yeah, I said his name right. I called him D-A-A-Ron because he hadn't scored 20 points yet. And as soon as I told you all, as soon as he scores 20 points, I'll say his name right. And I have. And then said, Sam Salinas says, isn't he playing for the French national team right now? No, I don't believe he's playing at all. I think he dropped out.
Yeah, after the vein issue, the deep vein thrombosis, rather, the clot.
Look, Wemby is meditating at crossroads. Tavaria says, where is Wemby's workout video? You got me. If y'all find one, let me know. I bet you there ain't going to be one coming out. He's probably, like I said, he's on vacation or doing something else. Anything but working out. Anything but working on the game. But he's generational. Wimpy ganas. Wimpy ganas.
Joe, I'm going to be in San Antonio later on this week. And I understand, I'm reading this article, that there might actually be a cool front when I get into town. Joe, is it stinking hot over there?
Oh, dude. It's too hot over here, man. You don't want to be anywhere outside right now, over 100 degrees, the humidity. It's miserable, man. Like, you can't even enjoy going anywhere to dinner with Chica, dude. You got to wait till the evening hits to go out and be able to have fun.
Cool front coming in, Joe. Thursday and Friday, high of just 92 on those days.
It's going to be, was it a cold front? Coming through? I bet you Chica hates coming back here to San Antonio because the humidity and the heat, it's just messing up her hair, makeup. She's an indoor kind of gal.
No, I kind of disagree. She's
gonna be out here in this 100-degree weather, Mike. Nobody wants to be that.
She's two of things. She wears two outfits. She's either really dressed up, cowboy boots with a dress or whatever the case may be. She's either looking good or looking bougie, or she's in the Lululemon and she's ready for a hike. She likes the outdoorsy stuff as well, man. So she likes going to the lake. She likes going hiking. She likes all that stuff. So she's a dual threat, man. She could run and pass.
and she's a former athlete.
And she's a former college athlete. Yeah. So, and the Apache war cry.
See, you're the one bringing that up, man.
I'm a happy man. Joe, I'm looking at property over there in the Bear County area. I just told her we have come to the conclusion that we don't want to live inside 1604. That's just facts. The closest
traffic sucks, dude.
It's just, and beyond all that, we're just past that part of our life. We want to be out by ourselves in the middle of nowhere.
You want some quiet. You seek peace and solitude because you're tired of the hustle and bustle of being in the suburbs, being in the traffic. You want quiet. I want to see trees, Mike. I don't want to see people like 10 feet away from me.
Exactly. I want to be out and about. I want to have a little bit of land. I want at least 1 acre. But it's just one of those things where we have a price range that we're trying to stick to. We're in the process of selling both of our homes. We don't have any debt, so we're just going to be able to apply that towards it. I mean, the debt that I have my truck. That's all that I've got, So I don't know, man. I just think it's time to find a place to kind of grow some roots. And what we want to do is have enough land to have like a little house in the back in case one of our parents needs to come by and like live with us type of thing. So I'm excited about it. Frank says, you made it if you live outside 1604. Very nice.
What I was doing, I was thinking of doing the opposite, man. Like, I do want to move out, and get some land and build a home or something on there. But I was thinking of actually going smaller. Like, I don't need anything more than
Oh
like
yeah.
a 2-bedroom, maybe 3-bedroom. That's about it. The max size of a house that I'm looking for. Because if I go smaller as I get older, it's easier to, one, maintain it. Two, your electric bill is going to be a lot less. The water bill is going to be a lot less because you
Mhm.
don't have that big a house to cool, heat, all that kind of stuff anymore. If I get a nice 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom home, I can go ahead and save the money because I can probably buy that house outright. I don't have to pay
Right.
mortgage on it ever again. And then I can save the money. And then I can use that as I get closer and closer to retirement, thinking about, you know what? I want to travel. I want to go on cruises. I want to go see the world. I
Mhm.
want to go out. Maybe I'll go take a trip to England or go with DJ LG and we go to Thailand or something. He's a
Hey, what are
world
you doing in
traveler, bro.
What are you doing in Thailand, man?
Having fun.
Passport Pro.
Having fun. We could go travel, do some stuff, man. And it's like, you have to think about it at the end of the day. It's like, do you really need that big of a house as you're getting older? Probably
Yeah.
not. My daughter's getting married. My kids, my 2 boys, getting up there in age already. They're probably going to wind up moving out here soon. It's like
Yeah.
I'll have guest rooms there in case I have friends come over or my kids, one day bless me with grandchildren. But at this point in time, I think smaller is the best way to go. Why do I need that much of a house anymore?
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. Looking at houses that are 3,000 square feet. We don't need that. Just give us a 2,000 square foot house. We'll be fine. And the
Yeah.
house that we live in right now is about 3,000. And I've had that size before. So has she. But if we're by ourselves, 1,800 to 2,200 should be perfectly fine. And when I say outside of 1604, I'm talking miles outside of 1604. I'm talking about 10 miles, 5 to 10 miles at least outside of 1604. Because and that's why I think the closest I could live to San Antonio is Helotes. That's the closest I'll live to San Antonio.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't do anything for me being inside the city. Like, why would I want to be around 410 in Ingram, 1604 in Culebra, 1604 in
Yeah.
Bandera? Like Petranco. It's the same restaurants. It's the same shopping centers.
It's too many people,
Control
man.
V. Too many people. It's the same restaurants, the same bars. It's the same everything. San Antonio has become a very cookie cutter type of city, and it's
Yeah.
it's
Congested.
just give me some land and I'll get out of everyone's hair.
Country living, some country living,
Yeah, Greg reaches out to us and says that he drove in Conroe today. He's in Conroe, says had to drive through the storm. That storm this morning sucked. My house was shaking, dude. It was rumbling. It was it was rumbling, man.
Do that again. Do that again.
You can't say that I'm not burro when I can roll my R's. I can roll my
Oh,
R's.
you were purring, man. I'm like, what are you doing, Mike?
The prelude to the Apache War Cry.
Hey, we have some more news coming up here in sports here.
Yeah, what's going
So
on?
one of the things that we had here is that the Indiana Pacers, they had extended Rick Carlisle. They agreed to a multi-year extension with the Pacers coach here for the extended future. I think that bodes well for them. They already went to the finals. Why not stick with the guy that got you there? That's a smart move, man.
It's a smart
And
move.
we had some other news that came through the pipe here too that I wanted to share with you guys. And one of those is going to have to be, well, two of these are one of them is going to be with NFL news coming out here. And it looks like the Colts, they named their starting quarterback, man. And guess who it is?
Daniel, baby. Danny
Jones.
Dimes. Danny Dimes.
He's their starting QB. He's QB1 for week 1 versus the Dolphins per Adam Schefter. And the other thing here is, look at this. Deshaun Watson lost his starting job to an aging Joe Flacco over there. He's been named the QB1 for the Browns moving forward. I think the Browns are going to be better under Flacco than they were under Deshaun. Deshaun was washed, man. Mere shell of himself.
Yeah, dude, Deshaun Watson's trash, man. Ever since he got found out of being a cochino, and we found out that he was the Diddy of the NFL.
The diddler.
Yeah, he had 24 massage therapists accused him of being inappropriate. Yeah, he got found out and he's sucked ever since, man. I'm looking at the WNBA standings right now. You realize Caitlin Clark hasn't played a game in over a month?
And I care why. I don't watch
Well,
WNBA anyway,
well,
bro.
I know, but you keep seeing all these things about how her injuries and all this stuff. She'll be
No me importa
she'll be
verga,
coming
way.
back. The season's almost over, Joe. Is she going to come back for the playoffs? And
give a damn.
Indiana's winning without her. The season ends September 9th.
Every time you talk about WNBA, I'm like this.
I don't give a damn.
Dude, WNBA sometimes is better than the actual NBA, man. I'm sorry, it just is. The NBA right now.
Oh, I'll take your word for it because I'll never watch.
I'll cheer for my Spurs, man. But some of the things that you see in the WNBA are pretty badass, man. It's been really good. But Caitlin's missed basically the entire season, and no one seems to be bringing that up anymore.
Hey, we got this news coming through here too to end the show with, man.
What's
and
that?
It's college football, man. Right around the season. Right around the corner here, the season's going to start, right? So UTSA football getting closer now. It's just 12 days away, Mike. Start of UT football. You imagine that?
Yeah, a lot of people
You got your
butthurt.
tickets.
I'll be on the 10-yard line, 10th row. A lot of people are butthurt because I said UTSA might go 0-3 to start the season. That might have been a little bit too much. They're going to go 0-2 probably. They'll lose to A&M in week 1. Texas State comes into town. Texas State rolled them 49-10 last year. And for everyone who's like, oh, but they're returning players, sometimes that matters, sometimes it doesn't. Texas State did lose a lot of players, but guess what? They have G.J. Kinney, and they also had really good recruiting. Texas State's going to be perfectly fine going into that game. That's going to be a big, big game. I'll be cheering for UTSA in that game.
Hopefully.
If I had to bet some money, Joe, my money would be on G.J. Kinney.
You think the crowd is going to be up to your billing, Mike? They're going to put on a good show, or they're going to be super quiet?
For once, it'll be an actual atmosphere because you have a true rivalry between the two schools going on over there.
Oh,
you'll be. You know what? What's the over/under, Joe? I'm going to set the over/under at 35,000. There better be north of 35,000 fans there. It's Texas State, UTSA. That's got to mean something because if only 27,000 people show up, it would show that San Antonio is not up for a major college program. If you can't show up for your biggest rival game, then are you going to really show up when they play Tulane? Tulane's the team, but still.
Hey, we also have this too, and it came through via College Football Report.
Yeah, naming the 25 top
defenses. Yeah, look who's number one.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, dude. Seriously.
Where's LSU? Where's LSU? They're number 19, Mike.
Well, rank the offenses because LSU used to be the number one quarterback prospect, or at least the top 2 prospect in the 2026 NFL mock drafts is LSU's quarterback. So all of my friends are like, "Oh, you want your Saints to tank for Arch?" No, I don't want Arch Manning on this team. Arch Manning's not going to be ready to go. Give me Garrett Nesmar, quarterback of LSU. I mean, that's QB. That's a QB university right there, baby. They had Joe Burrow. Back in the day, man. Back in the day, LSU was awful in offense and great on defense. It was DBU. But now now you look at what they're doing, like Malik Neighbors and all them for wide receiver. It's a wide receiver quarterback school now. It's kind of funny. We're looking at the top 5 defenses. They have Alabama at 2, Notre Dame at 3, Tennessee at 4, Clemson at 5, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, Arizona State, and A&M round out the top 10. So A&M, a top 10 defense, according to this particular CFB report.
Yeah.
And UTSA plays them in week 1.
I mean, what a name too for this team, dude. Number 17, the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Well, that's why South Carolina, whenever South Carolina plays plays Oregon State, it's a great game, man. It's the Cocks against the Beavers. Or when South Carolina plays USC, it's the Cocks against the Trojans.
Jeez, man. Cochino time there is what that is.
Yeah.
Cochino time. But yeah, that's what we had here in the world of sports. And if you want to go ahead and see our good friend Michael Carlos and his interview with Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones,
You know what?
go check him out.
Let's play 10 seconds of it. I just want to see how cringe her voice comes out when he asks a question.
She's gonna say the same damn thing, bro. Like
I
she's
want
been trained.
I want them to be in San Antonio. Let's see, just here 10 seconds.
Okay, oh, here we go. I'm gonna start from the beginning.
I want a deal with the Spurs. They are key to our city. They're key to our economy. I'm getting calls from folks that are like, you know what? I love the Spurs.
There you go, man. Can't,
Shut
dude.
the fuck up.
Shut up, Gina.
We need those shirts, Joe. I will wear them daily, Joe.
Shut up, Gina. Nombre, shut up, Gina. That's what it should say.
Dude, her vote's is gonna go down in flames on Thursday, and it's going to be hysterical. Hysterical public humiliation of her. And at that point, how does she pivot? There's nothing that she can do at that point to pivot unless she tries to derail the vote.
How many times can she wear the same blouse in the interviews, bro?
Why does she look like she's in a hostage video? I don't understand. I'm gonna show that photo again, dude. I didn't want this on my phone, but it just is what it is.
Ay,
I mean,
esqueleto.
Blink twice if you're in trouble, Gina. Blink twice.
Shut up, Gina.
Dude, Shut Up Gina. Shut Up Gina would be our second bestseller on our t-shirt list. You got to get it out there, Joe. Got to make it happen.
I'll get it out there.
Joe, I got to get back to work.
Yep.
Which also means I got to go take Chica some lunch. She did make me fideo. I don't know if we showed photos of that, but she meal prepped for me some fideo. Very badass, dude.
I haven't shown the photos of it yet.
Yeah,
this is her meal that she made you.
Yeah, yesterday she was meal prepping for me, man. You know, and when I say meal prep, she's not doing this little thing where she's like, you know, here, this is your meal for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She's like, here's on the left-hand side some potato, egg, and cheese. Just have it last 3 days. On the right side, she has fideo. The fideo is with ground beef and with potatoes, onion. It's badass, dude. She makes good fideo.
And what is the other thing she said she made you the other day that was good? It was like some type of taco, a healthy taco. Oh no, it was like a enchilada or something.
Oh, dude, she makes good enchiladas. She makes a really good. She's like, I'm gonna be making. She makes everything good. Like she's such a great cook.
But you know what? In order to keep Chica happy, you got to make more money. And how do you make more money, Mike?
By giving me a call, 508-0369. That's my number. If you have any retirement accounts that you need help with, insurance, life insurance, long-term care, disability, all of that stuff, give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. Not only do I do that, I also hire financial advisors and planners. If you know somebody in the industry who's looking for a new start, a better way of doing things, give me a call, 210-508-0369. I got to let you guys go. Got to go make some money. Everyone have a fantastic day. Again, thank you to PF Chang's La Cantera. Thank you, Mark Gomez, for joining the show earlier as well. Like and share. We're less than 10 away from 2,500 subscribers.
Look at Sam Salinas. He says, that is a segue. That was,
I know, it wasn't even mine. We'll be back tomorrow. Go Spurs, go. Bye, Gina. Bye.
Shut up, Gina. Shut up.
Gina. Go away.
We'll see you all tomorrow.
She's kind of like Bob and La Bamba. Why you got to be such a drag? That's Gina.
We'll see you boys tomorrow. We're out. Peace.
See ya.